Hello, this is a short instructional video on the Keithley model DMM7510 7.5 digit multimeter. The DMM7510 is a touchscreen multimeter which makes the controls and configurations very simple. Today what we're going to do is show you how to store into the buffer and get the buffer statistics. Alright, so I set it back to factory conditions, which is 1 power line cycle on DC volts. Since I have a dead short on the front panel terminals, I'm reading close to 0 volts. But am I really? Let's see, that's reading about 1 microvolt or so. Well, let's take a look. If it's already storing into the buffer, so let's go to the buffer statistics. If I clear it, it starts very low, it's going fast, and it goes up to, if you can see, about, for the standard deviation, about a little less than 500 nanovolts. With the buffer statistics, you can find a peak-to-peak, average, standard deviation, how many readings are stored, the maximum and minimum. Okay, well, let's look at that. Let's go to the graph. Isn't that neat? Look, digits, graph. You can actually see what's going on there. Looks like it's not drifting around too much. It's a little noisy for that. Noisy? Well, let's try setting the PLC. Let's go back to the settings page and go to rate, or NPLC. Set it to 10 instead of 1. You notice that it slows down some because it takes a longer time for it to take the data. If we were to go back to the buffer statistics and clear it, so now that it's just doing a 10 PLC, you can see it's a little slower, but look at the standard deviation. It's below 200 nanovolts, somewhere 130 or 40 or so. So the integration rate plays a big part here. We could go back to the graph and see it auto scales, so you really don't get to see how much better it is. It just spreads it out a little faster. But you get to see, from a graph point of view, the peaks and the valleys of what's going on there. And that's how to do the buffer statistics. Very simple with the touchscreen capability.